How does RTP impact progressive jackpot slots? Imagine hitting a jackpot so big it changes your life overnight. That's the allure of progressive jackpot slots. But have you ever wondered how the payout percentages influence your chances? Let's break it down. Return to player, or RTP, is the percentage of all money wagered that a slot machine is programmed to pay back to players over a very long stretch, often millions of spins. For example, if a slot has a 95% RTP, it means that over time, it will return $95 for every $100 wagered, keeping $5 as profit for the house. It's important to remember that RTP is a theoretical number based on long-term averages, not what you will see in a single session. Now, in regular slots, RTP is straightforward. But in progressive jackpot slots, things get a little more interesting. These machines set aside a small part of each bet to grow the jackpot. Because part of your wager goes into funding that jackpot, the base game RTP is usually lower than in non-progressive slots. So, if a regular slot offers a 95% RTP, a progressive version might have an 85 or 90% RTP. This means you get smaller regular payouts, but you have a chance to win a huge jackpot that can sometimes reach hundreds of millions of dollars. The overall RTP of a progressive slot combines the regular payouts and the jackpot contributions. When you play, most of your bets go toward the jackpot pool, which means the regular payouts are reduced. That's why the base game payout percentage is lower. But if you do hit the jackpot, the payout can be enormous, sometimes surpassing the RTP figures entirely. Different types of progressive jackpots also impact RTP. Standalone progressives, funded only by bets on one machine, tend to have a slightly higher RTP because less money is diverted to the jackpot. Local progressives, which pool bets from machines in one casino, usually have a lower RTP because more money goes into the jackpot. Network progressives, linked across multiple casinos, tend to have the lowest base RTP because the jackpots grow even larger, but the regular payouts are smaller. Knowing this helps players set expectations. If you're aiming for a big jackpot, understand that the lower RTP means your chances of winning smaller amounts regularly are reduced. But the potential for a life-changing payout makes it worth the risk for many. Remember, RTP doesn't influence how random each spin is. The random number generator makes sure every spin is independent and fair. The lower base RTP in progressive slots is simply a trade-off for the chance to win big. So, if you're playing these machines, it's smart to think about your risk tolerance. You might accept smaller, more frequent wins in regular slots, or go for the big jackpots with the understanding that the chances are lower. In the end, RTP impacts progressive jackpot slots by balancing smaller, steady payouts with the possibility of massive, life-altering wins. That's what makes these games so exciting and appealing to players who dream big.